So we got First John 5:19. We
Yes,
know that we are of God, and the whole world is under the sway or control of the
that's right.
evil one. And in Luke, the devil said, I will give
Yes.
you their splendor, all this authority, because
Mhm.
it has been given over to me. So when did that occur?
It was when Adam and Eve made the fatal error of listening to the serpent, not listening to God. That was Satan's moment, wasn't it? He took charge and he's been taking charge. Therefore, he's called the God of this present age. He's called the Prince of the power of the air, the sublunar space. He's in charge of man insofar as man is stupid enough to yield to his clever lies, his tricky lies. The art then is to study the Bible and find the truth which expose the lies. And the idea would be that when he saw the creation of man and woman, he became jealous. This is the Jewish idea, probably right. He became jealous of man who is superior to the angels. The potential of man is to be superior to the angels. Satan himself being an angel, he fell into condemnation. He should not have done that. And therefore, God used then, when that happened, God used that conflicting power as a testing ground for us. We have to decide now, are we going to worship the devil and follow him, his teachings, or are we going to worship God and worship the Son as Messiah and follow his teachings? If you don't have an opposite pole, you can't make a choice. So this is a supremely clever testing ground for us. A deceiving angel, cleverly masquerading, by the way. He doesn't show up and say, look, I'm here, the Satan, and he then has his power to influence the minds of people through doctrines of demons. That means to say doctrines conceived and taught by demons. He's got an army of fallen angels working with him. It's not very hard for him then to control the world on a grand scale, but that's only going to be true until the kingdom of God comes, for which we're praying, thy kingdom come. Then the devil will be bound, removed from the earthly scene, put in the abyss, so that he cannot deceive the nations a moment longer. That's in Revelation 20.
Some people might say that in the Old Testament, Satan certainly doesn't appear to be a free agent, if you will. So you have Job 1, the
Mm,
famous scene here in heaven. It says the sons of God
mm,
presented themselves before God.
mm.
So why is Satan in the Old Testament sometimes asking God for permission to act if he's in control of?
No, he's not in control. Absolutely not in control. God controls him. God is absolutely in charge. He allows the devil within the scope prescribed by God, and he allows man and woman to go in evil ways within the scope. So the idea that Satan is somehow equal with God is a preposterous blasphemy. So the Lord asked him, where have you come from? And Satan then has to answer for what he does. And he allows Satan to test Job. You see, one of the titles of the Satan is the accuser in Revelation. He's called the accuser. He's the one pointing fingers at Christians. So God allowed him to point fingers at Job. Happily, Job was justified in the end. But Satan is allowed strictly only within the limits of what God permits to test and try as a foil, because we are all being tested to see if we're going to be fit to control the new coming world of the kingdom. That's the whole point of the kingdom gospel. The saints, having been fully tried and tested, are going to be given power over the new age of the future kingdom, when the world will be under new management, when there'll be a new sheriff in town, namely Jesus sitting on the throne of David, ruling the world from Jerusalem, the saints with him. At that time, Satan will not be able to deceive anybody because he will have been put in the abyss, a subterranean area completely out of touch with humanity.